day in the life of a homeschooler. Okay, now before we begin, I got two things I want to say real quick. First, all homeschoolers are different, so this really is a day in the life of a homeschooler, namely me. Second, yes, this is some random polka dot curtain in the background. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's begin. Every morning, my alarm wakes me up at 6:40 a.m. Then I snooze it about 7 times and get up at 8. After that, I shower, eat breakfast, and by 8:30, I'm ready to go. This is the checklist that I use to make sure that I get done with all my subjects every day. You know, just in case I forget to do a subject, which I never do, of course, so I don't use it every day. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna use it. It's pretty easy to understand. Basically, you just put a check mark by the subject after you're done with it. So it's basically just like every other checklist. Anyway, I can do my subjects in any order I want to, just as long as I get them all done every day. Now on to the exciting part. Every homeschooler follows a homeschool curriculum that tells them how much smarter to get in each subject every day. Now, different homeschoolers use different curriculums, of course, so these curriculums will vary in the way they tell you to learn, but they all have the same basic subjects. Kind of like regular school. At least that's how I would imagine regular school works. I mean, I honestly have no idea because I've never been there. Anyway, my family has always used a Heart of Dakota curriculum, which is all contained in this remarkable book that I'm about to show you. Ta-da! Here it is. Every school day begins and ends with this book right here. Impressive, right? This is what the brain behind a homeschooler's brain looks like. My friend likes to call it the Book of Omniscient Knowledge, but that's just so we can abbreviate it as book, which is, by the way, what we call it, the book. Basically, there's all these boxes which are blurred out because copyright stuff. I guess you can just pretend you can read them. And each box corresponds with a certain subject. Each box tells you which book to read, how much of the book to read, and then what assignment to do after reading the book. So it's kind of like the principle of homeschooling or something. Or wait, I guess that should be the government agenda of homeschooling, because that's what controls what you learn in public school, isn't it? Anyway, let's say I wanted to do history. I just find the box marked history, get the book it has listed, head off to a quiet little corner of the house, read the pages the book said to, and complete the history assignment. What? A 3 to 5 paragraph narration on the historical reading with my personal opinion clearly marked and interspersed throughout? Then bing! I can check history off my handy dandy schedule sheet. After that, simply head back to the big book, pick a new subject and repeat. Once all the subjects are done, you're free! The school day is over! Wait a sec, does that mean that when I finish school each day, it just depends on how quickly I can finish all the subjects? Yes, it does! In fact, if I want to, I can actually do some subjects the night before and get done even earlier the next day. But typically I get done around 2 to 4 o'clock. Now if I actually got up at 6:40 when my alarm goes off instead of 8, this might be different, but that's a discussion for another time. In trying to get done at a consistent time every day, I find that it helps to have a routine. So for me what works is to do smaller things like Bible, math, science, economics, and finance before lunch, taking a lunch break, and then doing things like history and literature after lunch. Of course, I would say that just about every homeschooler has their own unique routine, and I'm sure that some other homeschoolers' routine wouldn't work at all for me. But that's kind of the beauty of homeschooling, you know? It's customizable. And that brings me to another point. Maybe now you think we homeschoolers have it easy. I mean, maybe you don't, but let's just pretend you do for a sec. But that's not true at all. We must endure many mental challenges every day, including the most monotonous voices on the planet.
In the end, the United States Congress refused to either join the League of Nations or approve the brutal, ill-conceived terms of the Treaty of Versailles. In time, the government would merely declare the war over through a joint resolution.
I swear, there's some guild out there where educational video producers can get these narrators really cheap. Confusing British words. What does couleur even mean? Why wouldn't they just say color? And lunchtime with younger siblings.
That's it. I can't eat under these conditions.
And everyone knows that homeschoolers are the most socially impaired people on the planet. So we don't have it easy at all. It's really we who should be envious of you. Alright, it's time to wrap it up, but before I go, I want to answer some facts real quick that I just came up with right now. First, why are you homeschooled? Well, My whole family is homeschooled, and I've pretty much always been homeschooled because we're Christians and we don't like the way that you do it at public school, because it's not very Christian there. Next we have, do you like being homeschooled? To that I would say, yes, I definitely like being homeschooled. Of course, I've never tried anything else, so kind of biased, I guess. But anyway, third question. Don't you do like all your school on the internet? Okay, I don't know who asked that question, but it's actually true. For some people, not for me though. I know a lot of homeschoolers who do all their school on the internet, but me and my family, we actually do like none on the internet. We do just about all of it with books, so we do a lot of reading and pretty much nothing on the internet. We use computers a little bit for like writing papers and maybe watching like math lessons or something like that, but just about everything we do is either reading a book or writing in a textbook. So we don't do it on the internet. Finally, how did you get your teeth so white? What? You guys asked some weird questions. Well, it looks like the sun is going down, and you know what that means. You now know what a day in the life of a homeschooler is like. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I did. So until next time, time to get to bed so I can get up on time tomorrow. I'm totally just kidding. I'm gonna go play Minecraft.